Alright, so this video is about something called order of operations, and I want you to go ahead and get your page set up like this. If you need to pause the video so you have time to do that, I need it to say order of operations and then PMDAS. And we are affectionately going to call that PEMDAS. Okay, so PEMDAS. Order of operations. Okay, give that a second to autofocus there. See if we can make sure it autofocuses. PEMDAS. Okay, PMDAS. Sometimes you'll see this with an E in between the P and the M. PEMDAS. And some people use the phrase, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally," to remember this. But that excuse stands for the E, and that's really something you're going to get into more in middle school. So for our purposes, it's just going to be PEMDAS, PMDAS. Okay? And if you're not ready to move on, you need to pause the video and get ready. So, what do each of these letters stand for? So, the P stands for parentheses. Okay. The M stands for multiplication. The D stands for division. I bet you're going to guess what the A stands for. Yeah, addition. And yes, the S stands for subtraction. Okay. So what does that mean? Okay, so it's telling you that when you are solving longer, more complex number sentences that involve multiplication and addition and division and subtraction, there's an order you follow. Okay, and the parentheses are the things that look like this. Okay, these are parentheses. Okay, there are some other things that kind of go, they're very similar to parentheses, called brackets. Okay, and we will talk later about when you would use parentheses and when you would use brackets, but they both kind of go up here. You solve whatever's in the parentheses and then whatever's in the brackets. Okay, parentheses tend to come inside brackets, so you solve the parentheses and you solve the brackets. Okay, then you look for multiplication and division. Okay, and I know they're written like one after another as though you do multiplication and then you do division, but multiplication and division, I'm going to actually draw you out a multiplication sign, okay, and a division sign, and I'm going to kind of personify these, kind of make them into little characters, okay. So he's kind of happy right there. His mouth's off center, but he's okay with that. Okay, and I guess division's mouth goes there. Anyway, these guys, they are best friends, okay. And so they always say, "After you, no, after you, no, after you," and so they just go in order, okay? So left to right. So if multiplication happens to be first, you'll deal with him first. If division happens to be first, you deal with him first. Okay, so these guys, they are best buddies. So they don't really mind, kind of flipping and flopping. So they just do left to right, kind of like a line order, right? Addition and subtraction are the same way. Okay. So again, I'm going to give you a kind of a personified or anthropomorphic addition sign. Okay, he's a little embarrassed by how off kilter he is. and then a minus sign, okay? All right, and I guess we'll give them the cool looking eyes like multiplication and division had. Okay, these guys are best buddies, okay? And so they're like, no, after you first, okay? But the important thing to know is that multiplication and division, they always go before addition and subtraction, okay? You know, these guys are friends and these guys are friends, but, you know, they don't mix. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? So I'm just going to write, so multiplication and division always go before addition and subtraction. Okay. Oh, I just realized that really didn't focus for you, so let me get it focused. Okay. Multiplication and division always go before addition and subtraction. Okay. So let's see what that looks like in a real, real life problem. Okay. So let's do something like, let's see, 7 plus, okay, 4 times 2, okay, divided by 8 minus 1. Okay? Alright, so that is going to be my problem. Okay? So I have my little PEMDAS. Okay, I'm going to make myself a little check sheet or checklist, PEMDAS, right here on the side. Okay, and I start with the P. Okay, parentheses. Okay, so this part right here is what's in the parentheses. Okay, 4 times 2. So now 7, just going to go down, 7, 4 times 2 becomes 8, okay, and then the, divided by 8 stays the same, okay, and the 1 stays the same, okay. So, now that I've already dealt with the parentheses, there actually is no, oh, sorry, I forgot the minus sign right here, okay. There is no additional multiplication in this one, okay, so now I do division, okay, and so in doing the division, I'm looking right here, okay, 8 divided by 8. So what is 8 divided by 8? Well, it's 1, right? So I'm going to bring that 7 down, okay, 8 divided by 8 is 1, okay, we got minus 1, okay. So now all I have left is addition and subtraction, and the addition happens to be before the subtraction, so I'm going to do it first anyway, okay. 7 plus 1, 7 plus 1 is 8, okay, minus 1, okay, and so now all I have left is my subtraction, and 8 minus 1 is 7, okay, so the answer to this big long string, 7 plus 4 times 2 divided by 8 minus 1 is 7, okay, and, just out of curiosity, if I'd just gone left to right and ignored my order of operations, I would have had 7 plus 4, okay, that would be 11. 11 times 2 is 22. 22 divided by 8. 22 divided by 8. Whoa. Let's see. It's something between 2 and 3, right? Because 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. So, it's just starting to get difficult there, and then I got to subtract 1 from that, so it's just easier if you just follow the order of operations. Okay, so when you see big complicated expressions like this that involve more than one operation, okay, just remember your PEMDAS, refer back to this anchor chart, and I think you're going to do great. Thanks.